You will never feel ready. That feeling is the last lie the loop tells you. In part 1, we found 5 loops keeping you trapped. The rehearsal loop, the autopsy, the decision freeze, the mind-reading spiral, and the escape into planning. If you haven't watched part 1, link in the description. But if you're here from part 1, something already shifted. You saw which loop is yours, and right now, your brain is probably trying to overthink its way out of being called an overthinker. That's the loop proving the point. Let's break it. This is the response protocol. This is an intent audit. One principle first. You cannot think your way out of a thinking problem. Every response below forces you out of your head and into action. Not because action is better than thinking, but because overthinking is a counterfeit action. The only way to break a counterfeit is to introduce the real thing. Response 1, the rehearsal loop. You're scripting conversations that haven't happened. The break, a 24-hour rule. If you catch yourself rehearsing a conversation, you must have it within 24 hours. Not perfectly, not when you're ready. The rehearsal loop survives because there's no deadline. It runs forever because you never force it into reality. You'll discover the real conversation is rarely as bad as the rehearsed one. Your brain was dramatizing to justify the delay. Prove that 3 times, and the loop dies. Response 2, the autopsy. You're dissecting something that already happened. The break. Write 1 sentence answering. What would I do differently next time? 1 sentence. Not a journal entry. If you can write it, the autopsy is over. You've extracted the lesson. There's nothing left to find. If you can't write it, if there's no lesson, just shame on repeat, then it was never about learning. It was self-punishment, and you end it the same way you end any punishment. You decide the sentence has been served. Response 3, the decision freeze. You're paralyzed between options. The break, the 2-minute commit. Set a timer. When it ends, you choose. Whatever you're leaning toward, even slightly, that's the answer. This works because of a truth overthinkers refuse to accept. Most decisions are reversible. You're not diffusing a bomb. The cost of choosing wrong is almost always smaller than the cost of not choosing at all. The freeze tells you the stakes are enormous. They rarely are. Response 4, the mind-reading spiral. You're interpreting someone's silence as proof they're upset. The break. Ask them. 1 sentence. Hey, are we good? Not a long, anxious paragraph. Just that. The spiral survives on ambiguity. 1 direct question collapses it. 9 times out of 10, the answer is, yeah, why? Because the story was never real. You wrote it. Fear held the pen. Response 5, the escape into planning. You plan endlessly, but never start. The break, the ugly first step. Pick the smallest action from your plan and do it badly. Today. Want to start a fitness routine? 5 push-ups right now? Want to launch a project? 1 terrible sentence in a blank document. The escape needs a plan to stay theoretical. 1 imperfect action breaks the fantasy, and something real begins. Overthinkers don't need more preparation. They need permission to be bad at something for the first time. Some of you already knew these responses. You've heard versions before. And you still overthink, because knowing the answer and doing the answer are separated by the same gap. The need to feel ready before you move. You will never feel ready. That feeling is the last lie the loop tells you. The people who stopped overthinking didn't feel ready. They just got tired of the noise, and they moved anyway. An intent audit doesn't just audit the pattern, it audits the moment you decide it no longer runs your life. That moment is now, or it's never. Next episode, we're auditing why you keep attracting people who drain you. The reason has nothing to do with bad luck. Psychology grounded. See what's really going on?